And this is all that you get for around 20 bucks. Good morning and welcome to day number 6. Today is St. Nicholas Day, so at least where I live, people get some sweets and so on, but I'm an adult, I don't do that anymore. I just made my breakfast, as you can see. I made some oatmeal with some yogurt, blueberries, and some red berries jelly. And I'm going to have a call. I've done my food shop this morning and it started snowing for the first time this year, or this season, so it is kind of white outside, but it is 2 degrees plus, so it's melting away, which is kind of sad. I also loaded with the washing machine and cleaned Poppy's eggs pen. Also bought her some fresh salad, so she was eating that. You can watch it in this clip. And yeah, I'm going to eat my breakfast, have a call, and then we can move on to unboxing our advent calendars. Plant update, we still have nothing growing from this. I have no idea when this is going to start being green, but also the water level is a bit down than the previous days, so yeah. I think I'm going to move this to the living room where it's a bit more warm. I think I'm going to take this to the living room where it's warmer, so maybe this will speed up the process. I have no idea. Okay, so it is time for our advent calendars. Poppy is already running around, all happy that she's going to get her daily treat. So let's unbox this advent calendar. Come on, Poppy. And off she goes. Again, she found a spot under the table. And now she's running back to her favorite spot to eat her treats. Now for my advent calendar. So the door number 6. And today's message is quite long. It says, for an extra refreshing sensation, place the eye patches in the fridge for at least 10 minutes before applying. So this means we get a set of eye patches. These eye patches should be just regular hydrating ones, and yeah, they say we should place them in the fridge before using them. So I think I will use this maybe this evening, we will see. Welcome once again to my bakery. As I promised yesterday, we are going to bake some gingerbread cookies. And for that we also need some cookie cutters. And yesterday, for some reason, I was not able to remember how it's called. So first we need some thematic ones. So we have a bat. Also we also have a ghost. We also have a pumpkin that just fell on the ground because I'm very clumsy, obviously. We have a tree, a flower, a star, and a heart. I'm going to get the pumpkin. And as I mentioned, we also have a pumpkin. Now, of course, we need our dough, a rolling pin, and some flour to dust our work surface. I'm going to bring you down again so you can see what I'm doing, and let's get on to it. Okay, so hopefully you can see well what I'm doing. And as yesterday, we will need some flour to dust our surface. We will need our dough, of course. Make sure it was in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours because we need it cold. And now flour your dough generously. And also from the other side. And now we are going to roll it out. If you want hard cookies, then you can roll the dough out thinner. If you want chewier cookies, roll out the dough thicker. I like my cookies to be soft, so I am definitely going for a thicker dough. So I think we have our dough rolled out nicely. And now we are going to take our cookie cutters and cut out the shapes that we want. Also, I hope you know that I am only doing these for fun. And also because they are cute. Like, look at this little ghost. And also this bat. Yeah, I should have done these on Halloween, but I was too lazy and also too busy to do something like that. Again, if it becomes stuck in your cookie cutter, just gently push with your finger and it will come out. And as this dough is quite sticky, it will happen mostly with all of them. Okay, the ghost is quite tricky. As you can see, I just broke off his tail. It's stuck inside. So we are going to have one tailless ghost. Also, the thickness you are going for is around 3 to 5 millimeters, as they will rise in the oven. And also the number of the cookies depends on how big your cookie cutters are. I have some giant ones, and that make only like 16, maybe even less per one dough. But these should make more than 25, I would say. So far we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and we are not done with the dough so far. Now you can start to collect the remaining dough somewhere on one pile, as we will be doing the same that we did yesterday with the Linzer cookies. So this is all that we have from rolling out the dough once. Now we are going to take again a baking sheet, put it on the baking sheet. We'll brush it with some sweetened soy milk and then put it in the oven for around 7 to 8 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius. Also, I'm using the baking paper from yesterday because it's still good. Okay, and as our baking sheet is not full, we are going to roll out this immediately and fill up this sheet. Also, try not to add too much flour to the dough, as then it can become really chewy. This is a nice ghost with its tail. Now that the baking sheet is full, I'm going to brush it with some soy milk and put it in the oven. And meanwhile, I'm going to make more cookies. And when you have just a little dough left, then I always make some kind of a circle. Just roll it out to a similar thickness than the other cookies, and we can then bake it. And right after you take these out of the oven, again, take your vegan milk and brush them so they are nice and glazed. Also, this will make them softer. Just don't overdo it. You don't want the milk to be sitting on those cookies. You want it to either evaporate or just soak in immediately. Also, when you take these out of the oven, they are going to be soft. So please leave them cool on the baking tray. Do not manipulate with them, or else they can bend, they can lose their shape, and you don't want that to happen. And I can take one up and show you. This is one heart that we made, and we can bend it like this. It is bendy to the both sides, and when you do that, it is going to see this dent. So this is what you want to avoid. You want to leave those cookies to cool down on the tray. That is why we are not taking them off. and once they are cooled, then store them in an airtight container so they don't dry out. If you want your cookies to be on the drier side, then either make them thinner when rolling them out, or you can bake them for longer. But then, so you don't break your teeth, always have them with some cup of tea or coffee, so at least you have something to dip them in. And also, while the cookies are cooling behind me, we can take yesterday's cookies and put some jam on them. Okay, so these are our cookies from yesterday. We have also some homemade strawberry jam, and we are going to be putting this jam on those cookies that will have the hole inside of them. So we have 6 in total, so we are going to take one cookie that doesn't have the hole inside. We will then take some jam. Also, don't be afraid to be generous, so really put this jam on. And I'm not always pushing it to the edge, and I'm trying sometimes to concentrate the jam in the middle. And the reason is that when you put the top cookie on, it will spread to the sides. So this is why I'm leaving the periphery without jam, and in the middle you will have the hole, so it will be looking pretty. So there is the cookie. As you can see, the jam got to the sides, so that is perfect. And now we are going to repeat this with the remaining cookies. And also some cookies, this can happen when you leave the cookies to warm up and not put them in the oven when they're cool, and it will dome out. So this means that it has a dome shape, it is not flat, and that is when you can put more jam here. Because it is not flat, it is domed, so you can put more. Okay, and this is it. These are our 6 cookies that have a hole in them. And we can put them back in. Also, something that you can do is dust the top cookie with some powdered sugar so it looks even nicer, or you can even drizzle on some melted chocolate. And for these ones that we didn't put any hole inside, we are going to use some sweetened almond butter, and we are going to again put some jam in the middle. We will then put it together and dip it into chocolate, and also put 1 walnut on the top side. But now I'm going to take out the remaining gingerbread cookies out of the oven. Just look at them. They look so nice and puffy. Also, if you touch them right when they are out of the oven, they are going to be soft, and that is what you want. Those 7 to 8 minutes in the oven should bake them just enough. Okay, and now we are going to take the remaining cookies and we are going to put on some almond butter. So we put it on the periphery, and in the middle we will be filling it with the jam. Also, for this you can make like vanilla pudding. This is what I'm also going to do when we eat up this portion of cookies. And again, you can be generous here with the almond butter. As you can see, I always leave some space in the middle. So that is the hole that we are going to put the jam into, so it doesn't leak out. And the last one, I'm just going to use my finger to wipe off the excess. Don't worry, I have clean hands. And now for the jam, you just take some on the tip of your kitchen knife and put it in. So we are going to make like little donuts here. Now, the top part. And do you remember the one that we broke? The one with the hole? Well, this is the second part. So I'll just leave this as it is. And what I'm going to do with these, as we put some almond butter, is that I'm going to put them in the fridge, and then when they're cool, they will be also better to handle and dip in the chocolate. So I have noticed that I forgot to turn on my mic. Sorry about that. So basically what I was saying is that I put chocolate into bain-marie, melted it with some vegan butter, and then we were dipping the almond butter cookies into the melted chocolate and putting some walnuts on top. Now it is setting in the fridge, and tomorrow, once the chocolate is set, I will take a nice picture of all our cookies that we made. So I also put the gingerbread cookies into an airtight container so they don't dry out. And yeah, also funny story, if you remember from day one, as we went to IKEA, we bought 2 shelves for this cupboard, but I didn't have the time to yet take everything out from the cupboard, put in the new shelf, and then put everything back. So the shelves have been basically just leaning onto our table, this table that I'm sitting at right now. And today, as I was cleaning the space where the camera is, I didn't notice that the shelves started falling to the ground, and they fell onto my foot. It hurt as hell. First I felt nothing, just like a blunt pain when someone punches you or anything. And then it got to a point that I was not able to stand on my foot in the afternoon, so I was kind of panicking because I didn't want my foot to be broken or anything. But thankfully right now my foot is better, I can now stand on it, I can walk, so hopefully everything that I have planned for tomorrow will go as I want it to. It feels like this week is against me because this week nothing goes as I want it to. Also, I wanted to color my hair but didn't have time to do that. I didn't even wash it. I just put in some dry shampoo and it looks gross, so today is a hair wash day. And still haven't come to terms with having hair this short. It's just weird to me. And if you want to know where we will go tomorrow, I will give you a hint. So, if you know, you know. And if you want to see where I'll be tomorrow, what I'll be doing, what I'll be eating, and what I'll see, then definitely subscribe to my channel so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Like this video if you liked it. Also, if there's anything you would like to tell me, leave a comment down below. And thank you very much for watching the entirety of today's video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!